They lived a simple life, but this life did not prevent them from truly feeling the warmth of love and the warmth of feelings that brought these couples together in a long love story. Despite the simplicity of his life, this love was crowned by marriage under the roof of a certain house. Their lives were fine, and my husband worked in a grocery store and a simple store. Usually when he came back from work, he would bring always fruit, and always asking her what she wanted, and she was always telling him to bring whatever she wanted. The appointed day came, and the husband was in such a hurry that he left for work earlier than usual, and never left the house without his usual goodbye. Questions about the usual fruit, and his wife returned as usual. The husband goes to work, and the wife starts work. The usual household, she finishes her, begins to listen to her favorite song, sits quietly swimming, dreaming of having children with her beloved husband and completing the family. The sound of a violent explosion. Despite the strength and strangeness of the explosion, she did not expect what would happen to her as a result of this accident, and completely ignored the situation, and returned to her fantasies and dreams of a child who would fill their lives with joy and happiness. But it seemed that someone was knocking on the door, and she thought he was her husband. She went to the door, but it wasn't her husband, but her neighbors, who were in a strong state of agitation. And they told her that the market had been destroyed and burned completely. Does she have any news of her husband? She did not know what exactly hit her, but she did not lose consciousness, even if she was absent and not naturally. And her nose began to bleed. And despite that she went with them to the market. And how horrible she saw that simple wife with simple dreams, as the body parts fill the place, and no one can distinguish their owners. The wife could not stand it, so she actually lost consciousness. And when she regained consciousness, they told her that her husband was passing by a car bomb, which exploded as he passed by, and there was not much left of him that was picked up until he was buried. The condolences began to her beloved husband, which lasted 3 days. And in those days, the wife was still living with her husband in her own world, where she goes with him to the market, and helps him to clean and prepare the shop for work, and prepares his food, and hears him asking her as usual what she wants from the fruit, and she tells him that she loves what he loves is for him. He tells her that it is his favorite fruit. The grieving wife cried when she heard her husband telling her to come to him, as she had moved away from him a lot. And as an obedient wife, she accepted her husband's request and went to him. After the end of the 3 days of mourning, the wife died on the 4th day.